Today, we're donning the Don't Sue Me Bro shirt because we are going to react to a billionaire going undercover who's trying to make a minimum of $3,300 at first to cover his living expenses for the next 90 days because he has 90 days to start $1 million business. This is episode 1 that we're going to be reacting to, and at the end of watching my favorite clips from this episode, I'm going to go through 5 really important business principles for getting started with making money. So let's see what you all think about a Meet Kevin reaction.
For the first time in decades, the next generation of Americans may be poorer than their parents.
Seems like you work harder to make less money.
72% of Americans think the American dream is beyond our reach.
Is the American dream dead?
This dream has been in decline for decades.
This billionaire is betting it's alive. Glenn Stearns started with nothing and built $1 billion lending company, one of the largest in the country. But have the times changed?
The business principles that got me rich are how I'm gonna get rich again. But talk is cheap, right? With only $100, a cell phone with no contacts, and an old pickup truck. I'm gonna work with locals to build this company, because I know I can't do it alone. You in or out?
Sounds like a beautiful idea. I'm in.
I know it's not gonna be easy. Some buyers, they'll pay $400 to $500 a pop for them. Find your buyer first and work backwards, based on what they want. Most people do it wrong. They create a product and then they go looking for someone to sell it to. Lining up the sale first is often the difference between hot commodities and junk.
That is so brilliant. Honestly, that advice right there could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars in failed business ideas, because how many times have you either thought of a business or heard somebody else think of a business idea and they say something like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make this product, it's gonna be great, everybody's gonna love it, I'm gonna come up with an app, it's gonna be amazing. Yet the very first thing we should really do is ask ourselves, wait, who's gonna buy it and how much money is it gonna make? Are we gonna open up a business that's low margin or high margin? And if you are used to this channel, you know I love businesses that are high margin, sales being one of the highest margin businesses there are. A good part of this episode is spent on our billionaire looking for scavenged goods that he could then resell. But in my opinion, that's not building a business. To me, that's a Gary Vee lottery where you just pretend to go put in the hustle. It looks good for the cameras. But ultimately, you're playing a game of chance. You're not developing a business. You're not developing skills. You're not even really developing, personal or sales skills, because you're not selling. All you're doing is getting lucky and then selling that for what it's worth. And to me, it's not really selling. It's offloading lottery things you won.
This is actually our latest project. We're developing a dog toy, so we want to expand into a pet brand, and our brand is One Leg Up. So one thing that we have available for you is helping us sell the dog toy. You can make commission on that as kind of a part-time thing.
Hey, that might work. Who knows? That sounds good. Commission's only $1 a ball, but I can play to my strengths with sales. All these dogs. There you are. Hey, they're good. Hey there. How are you guys? What do you think, huh?
No, that's okay, thank you.
So our billionaire gets this job trying to sell these dog balls to get a commission of $1 a piece. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is where I feel like most people really get it wrong. And I think our billionaire is starting to realize this is stupid to be trying to sell balls for $1. I mean, $1 is not even enough to get a McDonald's ice cream cone, okay? The biggest thing that I like to do when I think, oh my gosh, if I had to start over, what would I do? Is I would go to the most expensive cost of living area that I could possibly go to, because guess what? People's willingness to pay is very high in those areas. Now, he didn't have a choice as to where to go, but the next thing on my mind would be, I need something high margin that I could sell, like selling a car. If I could sell a car and make $250, that gets me to my goal of $3,300 in living expenses pretty dang fast. Much faster than selling balls that are gonna make me $1 at the dog park.
All these dogs and not one ball. I went against my own principle of find your buyer first.
Take care.
All right, take care. This ticking clock is putting the pressure on. But going forward, I need to stick to the ideas that made me successful, or I'll never get off the ground.
So I don't understand, but it takes him 4 days to finally get a job somewhere. And I'm thinking to myself, what were you doing the first 3 days? He went to volunteer, to have some food, looking for tires and stuff. Now he's finally working at a screen printing business. I'm thinking to myself, bro, 4 days, I could have sold a car by then. You know what I mean? Like, go do something with margin. At least now he's working, you know what, for maybe 10 bucks, 12 bucks an hour or something like that. That's at least gonna help him get some food.
That works. You just made me about $8.73.
There we go, $8.73. I like it. First step, you said, was at least get it wet.
Spray it down a little bit.
Sick. I've got another opportunity to make some money here in Erie. I'm going to clean somebody's house. That way you don't have to go back over it. I want to make Mama proud.
You gotta pick up the rugs, man. You gotta pick them up and mop under them. Oh my gosh, I don't understand. This is, to me, he's on day 5 now, and now he's cleaning a house for $80. Cat litter, mopping, like, I get it, but to me, this is so similar to, you know what, let me go work for Uber Eats and make, you know, $5 a delivery, and then, you know, what do you have to do, like 40 deliveries or something like that to get $80? I mean, like, the margin is too small. He needs way more money if he wants to be able to start $1 million business here. I don't think this is the best start. I think a little bit this might be for drama right now. Contrast.
You know, I've been noticing a lot of signs around town for the St. Paddy's Day celebrations. This may be a great opportunity for me to diversify my efforts. St. Patrick's Day is a chance to diversify my efforts. I know there'll be a lot of drunk people that are gonna want some green swag. If I buy a bunch of merchandise on St. Paddy's Day at a discounted price, there'll be a huge margin on the resale. But I need someone who knows this city.
Margin.
So I was thinking, you know, why not go out and take a run at selling it? You get your t-shirts, I'll get some St. Paddy's Day swag. We'll make a team and go out and see what we can do.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I'm excited by this, and now we're finally in the position where we're talking margin. Selling swag for St. Patrick's Day on St. Patrick's Day. He hooks up with somebody that prints t-shirts and goes and buys some cheap balloons. Why not? That's brilliant. Like he says, drunk people are gonna throw money at this stuff. This is much better than the Gary Vee scavenging that we've been seeing and cleaning some dude's house and not even mopping right. Perfect principle here.
Is that I've spent all my money. I'm putting it all on the line. The luck of the Irish. I'm completely screwed if this fails.
He plans to sell the green swag at a 300% to 400% markup.
If we see any competitors, let me handle it.
That's right.
I'm stealing everything they have.
People's willingness to pay here is high. You found your buyers, you got margin, and you know what? You're gonna go person to person and sell them on it.
Billionaire Glenn Stearns, now undercover as Glenn Bryant, has spent nearly every penny in his pocket on St. Patrick's Day merchandise. He plans to sell the green swag at a 300% to 400% markup.
If we see any competitors, let me handle it.
That's right.
I'm stealing everything they have.
I bombed at the dog park. I mean, it was embarrassing. I need to step it up at this parade. I built my whole career on this. Selling little green trinkets should be easy. That's only $5 too.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
We gotta get to the drunk people.
So there's more going on down there.
Maybe we can go to a bar.
We'll sell everything at a bar.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Tap into that herd mentality. Get in front of a group and sell them. If you can get just 2 people in that group to buy what you're selling, odds are the whole herd is gonna follow.
What's up?
Hey.
This is where we're gonna make all our money.
This is the move right here. This is brilliant. I mean, this is like the culmination of everything. You got the high margin product, you got the people that wanna buy, you're gonna get in the face of all these people, and you're gonna go sell it. I love it. This is brilliant. Unfortunately, St. Paddy's Day only lasts one day. So what are some lessons we can take away from episode 1 of Undercover Billionaire? Well, number 1, I loved find your buyer first. But I'm going to add a second lesson to that and say, make sure when you find your buyer, you're finding your buyer in a high margin business. Selling those balls for $1 commission is stupid. It's too small. If you watched the video where I went undercover as a door-to-door salesperson, if you want to see that, link above or below, I realized, oh my gosh, every contract that I sell could be $200 to $250 in my pocket. I sell 4 contracts, that's $1,000 a day. That is margin. Dollar balls? No way. And I realized whether I was selling a $90,000 mobile home or a $1.5 million house, the sale was the same. Number 3, I really like go where the money is. Notice how he goes to the St. Patrick's Day events and the bars where people are drunk, the willingness to pay is very high, and sells merchandise with high margin. So all of a sudden, when you combine margin with finding your buyer and then going where that buyer is to make those connections and sell them, the money comes. Now, it'll be interesting to see where this goes because obviously St. Paddy's Day, it's a one-day event, right? So what are you gonna do tomorrow? But again, that's where I like the concept of getting into something like door-to-door sales, car sales, whatever, where I can sell stuff today and get a check today. I like real estate sales because you get big paychecks, but that's gonna take 6 months to a year before you really get the ball rolling. Lesson number 4 out of this is every business out there wants quality help. Going and knocking on the door of that screen printing business and creating that relationship, even though I initially said, great bro, you're working for $10, that relationship ended up being crucial when it came to the St. Paddy's Day sale. Remember, our billionaire has absolutely 0 contacts, but think about it this way. When business owners see a good opportunity to sell their own product, like this billionaire brought the opportunity, hey, let's go sell your shirts and merch on St. Paddy's Day, help me sell it, you get your sales on your shirts, I get money to survive. Brilliant. Why would a business owner trying to sell more merchandise not do that? Smart. Number 5, get out there and do it, but make sure you don't forget the previous principles. You have to know what your buyer wants. What they want has to be high margin. Dollar ball ain't gonna cut it. And go find them and sell it when they're most likely to buy from you. Why do you think pest control companies go sell pest control in the summer? That's when all the pests are out. If you made it this far, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this kind of reaction style video. If you like me summarizing lessons and commenting on these things, giving you some really cool snippets that hopefully help you out. If you have any suggestions for specific videos on YouTube or series to react to as well, feel free to drop those down below. Follow me on Instagram, and as always, we'll see you next time.